What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Best Bet Show. It is April 26th. It is a Wednesday. Happy hump day to all those who celebrate. I'm here with my co-host, AustinsProps. Austin, how are we feeling today?
We're good, man. We're feeling real good. It's been a minute since you and I've been on here. It feels good to be back. Feels good to start cooking. Hopefully start this week out right.
Yeah, I was in Florida for a little bit. We're back. I feel good in the comfort of my office. Much easier with the monitors and all my stuff set up. So we're officially back and we're crushing right now. We do have an interesting slate for you guys today. We're gonna go one baseball play with a pivot to get everyone who can get there, one NBA play, and one NHL play. We'll call it the trifecta on this Wednesday, and it's the third day of the week. If you celebrate Monday being the first day of the week, if you think Sunday is the first day, you're a weirdo. But we're gonna move on and talk about the MLB play first. It is the Angels' first five team total over 2.5. I tweeted this already, talked about it. Again, if you don't have DraftKings, you can pivot, and also tell you that what that pivot is in 1 second. But it's just Medina's first career start. You're facing the Angels. For me, you're going to be a little rusty. You're going to walk some guys. Angels have a lot of power, but Austin, talk about your pivot as well.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes sense. You can play either or, and it's a great pivot. Is Medina over 2.5 earned runs, minus 125, so a little less juice. But yeah, it just makes sense against the Angels team that, like, they got some good bats. They're starting to hit pretty decent as well. I think they're around 250 on the year. Otani, Trout, Rendon, Renfroe, they got guys that can jump the yard. So, I mean, Medina with his control issues as well. He had 5 and 3 walks in 2 of his first 3 starts in AAA. So the control issue is clearly a problem. I would assume it's going to be just like that in the MLB. The hitters aren't going to be easier. So I think he's kind of a guy that he plays for an awful organization so he's lucky he gets called up early. He would probably still be in double or AAA elsewhere. So I think we see him get jumped on today, honestly. I would not be surprised if we see Trout, Otani have an absolute day at the plate.
Yeah, I think I did bet Otani RBI. One of the power lefties there. It's just the overall lineup, top to bottom, just your first test, and they're gonna let him go. I mean, the A's really, they're not really playing for the playoffs. I mean, right now they think they are, but they're gonna let this guy, see what he can do. They're gonna let him go. Not saying a long leash, but they're gonna see what he can do. They're gonna see how he responds to adversity as well. So I don't think he gets pulled either, like early if he's in a little bit of a jam, at least through like the first 4 or 5 innings. I think he goes 5 innings no matter what, gives up like 4 runs, and we move on and we cash. That's kind of the way I kind of see it happening. That's our MLB play. Again, a lot of day games, so it's few to select in the night slate. But we move on to NBA. And why don't you talk about what you like on the NBA slate?
This one's gross, but it just feels right, and it looks like it's going to hit. So we're going Karis LeVert under 3.5 assists. His usage is down. Garland and Mitchell know they need to win this game. They're down 1-3. The ball's in their hands. LeVert's that off-ball guy right now. He will see the ball in his hands a little bit when they sub, but minutes aren't guaranteed for him. He's under this line in all 4 games so far. He's only averaging 5 potential assists per game in these series. So you're going to need him to hit 4 of the 5. I'll take those odds. That's an 80% hit, like on his potential assists. We'll take those chances. There's just so many ways this one could go under. He got 1 in 2 of the games. Like, the ball's not in his hands. He's not out there to pass. I
Yeah,
think it's a great spot, especially
he
with the tempo of this game. It could be 90-97, like, to end the game. Like, they're not going to score that many points, So
Yeah, I think they're gonna, and he's the guy, he's not having the ball in his hands. You got a lot of other ball handlers. He's kind of a guy that they're gonna run set plays for, space the floor, and figure some stuff out. He's
and
not
he loves
really,
shooting. He loves shooting.
yeah. He was used to being that guy for a little bit as well. So
Yeah.
he tends to love to shoot the rock. That's the NBA play, and the hockey play today. It's a nice one. Bruins Panthers over 6. Now, I tried this yesterday on my play of the day for the Islanders game, and what the theory is in elimination games, the Panthers are going to pull their goalie if they're losing. If they're down 3-1, 3-2, 4-2, they're pulling their goalie no matter what, because this is do or die. They got to try to get those extra goals. You may see 1, maybe 2, sometimes even 3 extra empty net goals, because the Panthers they don't care if they lose 7-0, because if you lose and you're done. You go home.
Right.
Also, if the Panthers are going to win, they're going to win in a shootout. They're not winning a 2-1 game. I mean, they've won one game this series. They won 6-3. The ones they lost were 6-2, 4-2, and 3-1. So 3 of the 4 games have gone over 6. One with the push there. but we'll take a push. A lot of books are at 6.5. MGM still has the 6 at a good price. Just so much value in this elimination game. Just makes sense. Two very potent offenses. And I think if the Panthers score 2, this easily soars over. And let's hope that the Bruins are winning in the end to give us more insurance. So those are the 3 plays. Again, Angels first 5, team total over 2.5. If you cannot bet that or on DFS, you got the Medina over 2.5 earned runs allowed, which also gives you a little more comfort in the 6th or 7th inning if he does go deeper as well. Karis LeVert under 3.5 assists on DraftKings, the best line -125, and the Bruins and Panthers over 6. Austin, I think this is a 3-0 card, 4-0 with the pivot.
Right, with the pivot. And likely, I mean, if that first one hits, like it likely is both are hitting. You know what I mean? Like if the first 5 total hits, Medina's likely gave up 3 unearned. So I feel pretty solid with it. I just love it, man. It's a gross slate, but like gross slates hit,
100%. If it pays, it's not gross. That's
exactly. When it hit, you're not calling it gross.
That's the bottom line. So 3, technically 4 plays, however you want to chop it up. You're only going to bet 3. So we'll figure out how we're going to recap this after. But it's good to be back. Good to be back in the swing of things overall. We're going to have plenty of more stuff coming out. So stay tuned. Give us a like, sub, comment for some good luck. We'll see you guys next time. Best luck in your bets today. Peace out, guys.